Stanimira Petrova representing Bulgaria. She won here last year at featherweight, down at bantamweight now, 54 kilos. She beat Natalia Samakina of Russia 3-2. She won the final round 3-2 to take the decision.
And now, for her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, is the boxer representing Kazakhstan, Dina.
Petrova up against Dina ZHOLAMAN of Kazakhstan. She got past Serene Chirabi of Italy. 5-0, 5 scores of 29-28, no split scoring in every round. Gold medalist at the 2021 Asian Elite Championships. So Petrova, Bulgaria in the red, ZHOLAMAN, Kazakhstan in the blue. You can see the physical difference between the two there. Petrova quite a lot taller. With that extra height comes that advantage in reach. So both these two starting off in the orthodox stance. Petrova got caught by lead right hand there. High guard there from ZHOLAMAN, who then drops those gloves. Looks full of confidence here, ZHOLAMAN. Just inching forward there, as we saw Kazaibai do so often in that previous fight. And in terms of the physicality of this, it's not too different from that previous encounter. One will need to get closer, tighter in, that ZHOLAMAN. The other one will want to try and keep this at range, or should try and keep this at range. She's winged in a couple of big hooks, ZHOLAMAN, a couple of times now. Has caught Petrova with at least one of them. There goes a 1-2 there from Petrova. Single right hand from Petrova, just thrown up from the waist and then moved off to her left. That was a decent shot. Popping out the jab. One-two from Petrova, I think, did land there. She's looking for these big singles, these big single hooks here, ZHOLAMAN, early on. I said she looked like she was bursting with confidence. Maybe slightly overconfident in that particular punch, because those big single shots at this kind of level, your opponent will see that coming from a long way out. Good jab, lovely jab there from Petrova. Whipped it up from the waist. She needs to establish that, keep that going as much as she can. She got nice and tight there, ZHOLAMAN. Fired a couple off to the body. This time moving in behind that double jab. That's a better policy for her. High guard. She does offer some body there, ZHOLAMAN, to attack, possibly, for Petrova. He tries to chop down with the right. Good fight this. A minute remaining in round one. Good match. Carries those gloves low, Petrova. Throws the combination. Taken on the gloves. Again, she leads off with the hook there, ZHOLAMAN. That's not really working. Good jab there from Petrova. Gets through. She's done better, ZHOLAMAN, when she's looked to try and move in behind that double jab and set things up. Good right hand there from Petrova, who I would say has landed the more eye-catching, better punches actually in this opening round. There's that hook that she's led off with a few times, ZHOLAMAN. It's obviously a punch that she likes, but as I said, at top amateur level, those big singles that come from way back, they're unlikely to land. Good left hand there to finish the round from Petrova. Good opening round. Good to watch. Interesting stuff, the way it kind of ebbed and flowed, and and evolved really during the course of the 3 minutes. I would go red corner there. I would go red corner. I thought Petrova found that jab well at times. You see the tape around the shoulders there. Petrova's got it 10-9 across the board. ZHOLAMAN has got to try and be a bit clever about closing down the distance rather than flying with those big single hooks. Try and move ahead on the way in, drop that height, make herself an even more difficult target, come in a bit lower maybe, use that double jab as she did a couple of times. Good right hand to kick things off with there from ZHOLAMAN. And she's looking to be aggressive at the start of the round here, ZHOLAMAN. Jab from the Kazakh. Petrova just being forced to back up a bit. Now looks for that jab. Lads that jab as ZHOLAMAN comes forward. It wasn't super clean and probably caught her around about the chest, but it doesn't really matter because it just stops ZHOLAMAN on her way in. Causes her to have to really reset and go again. Right hand there from Petrova as ZHOLAMAN was walking, almost running after her towards the left-hand side of the ring as I look at it. Petrova needs to keep that jab going. 1-2 from ZHOLAMAN. She's quite sparing with that jab, Petrova. She wants to land it pretty much every time she throws it. ZHOLAMAN coming forward, got a couple through there. She trusts her hand speed, Petrova. When she sees ZHOLAMAN coming forward, that's really when she looks to try and throw that lead left. Right hand there from Petrova did find ZHOLAMAN on her way in, as did the 1-2 there. She doesn't just pop that jab as of habit, if you know what I mean. She tailors it to what her opponent is doing and trusts its accuracy. Into the final minute of the round. This is pretty tight because ZHOLAMAN has been the one coming forward and has done it a bit more effectively than she did in the opening round, but I still think that Petrova has produced the better boxing in this second round. Jab caught on the gloves there, but there's that right hand. She just takes the feet out, gives herself enough room and clips ZHOLAMAN quite high on the head as she was coming forward. Final 20 seconds. Again, there's the 1-2 as ZHOLAMAN comes in, and that's good, effective, clean stuff from Petrova and really easy for the judges to see. I've mentioned that a few times. It might sound like quite a basic point, but punches that are easy for the judges to see are your friend, absolutely. And if they're delivered from just on the outside there as your opponent's coming forward and you get a reaction, the head goes back, then it doesn't get any easier to see than that. Inside work, punching from up close can be a little bit more difficult to register. And that's another round there for Petrova. So she's got a 2-round advantage. And if she can just avoid a disaster in this final round, then she will win this Strandja Memorial Tournament for the second year in a row and give us Bulgaria's first gold medal. When this started back in 1950, 8 weight divisions, it was just men then, of course. They won everything. All 8 gold medals. But bit by bit it became a truly international tournament and has been for a long time. Entrants from outside Europe haven't been as plentiful this year as usual. I think you can all guess the reason for that. Just jabbing off the back foot there, Petrova. ZHOLAMAN has stuck to her task here, but the problem is that she doesn't really move that head on the way in. Looked for those big singles in the first round. As I said, she looked full of confidence, but didn't really manage to land them. Since then, has looked to do things a more traditional way, if you like, trying to double jab away in at times. But she does tend to come in straight lines, and Petrova, as I say, is always looking to catch you with that lead left, right hand as well. Backs herself when that attack starts to just pull those feet back and measure her response. She caught one there though, Petrova, a right hand from ZHOLAMAN. Lead right hand, almost a jab from the southpaw stance there from Petrova, goes straight through the guard. Midway through round 3. And again, good work. Brings ZHOLAMAN onto that left, steps off to her left. Never really looked for the body, Petrova. She's got that high guard at times, ZHOLAMAN, but has concentrated almost entirely on the head, and with success. Flicking that jab up from the waist makes it difficult to read, bringing it up from under the fighter's eye line. It's been a good performance. Really good performance from Petrova. Some fighters love boxing in front of a home crowd. You would think that everybody does, but it's not always the case. It does bring a certain amount of pressure, expectation. Nice right hand there again. ZHOLAMAN coming forward. Petrova just stepped back and off to her right hand side. And then found her with a short little right hook almost as she was pulling back. She's got this one in the bag, Stanimira Petrova, and she knows she does. Touch of gloves between the two, and that will be a gold for Petrova to add to the one that she won here last year. That was at 57 kilos, this one at 54. Big smiles in that Bulgarian corner. One more fight to come after this. That's in the women's lightweight division. Kelly Harrington, the Olympic gold medalist, up against Natalia Shadrina. And Petrova gets it by unanimous decision. Good performance from her. Very composed, very accurate, knew exactly what she wanted to try and do, and wins every round with all 5 of the judges. A clean sweep, 30 points to 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last bout of today's afternoon finals will be women's lightweight division. Referee of this bout is Yuri from Ukraine.